Hi, Christine. How are you? Hey, Paul. What's going on? Sunday is my lazy recovery day. That's always good. Sometimes we do need a day off once in a while so we can recover. 100%. I agree with that. And I hope you guys are having some nice weather in Mexico. Maybe better than ours. I actually have the wood stove on right now. I just turned it on. It was like -5 this morning. And I think it's about 0 degrees right now, so still quite chilly outside. Hey Duke, what's going on, bud? I know. Oh, you're happy that I came out? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You've been waiting for me? I know. It's chilly still, bud. I know the sun is out, but it's cold. I finally get here on time, and now I get called in to work. That's not good. Hey Travis, what's going on? Duke, I'm going back in. It's still quite cold. We'll wait a bit. It's always sunny here, but entering a humid season. Yucks. Yeah, it's quite a humid here as well too. It's just finally we get the sun. About 5 minutes ago, it just came out. It's not as bright. Still a little bit chilly. It was like -5 this morning, so I had to actually turn on the wood stove to get it warmed up. Just nice and warm in here. Duke, you wanna come in? 5 minutes. We'll come out and play soon. That's all he wants to do is play. So yeah, we had a little frost this morning. Usually it's always like this. The last week and the first 2 weeks of May, every morning you wake up, we get like some major frost, -5, -6, and actually within probably like right now it's only about 8 a.m. So roughly around 10:30 or so, will probably be like a +5 degrees or so. So it's still quite chilly. But next week's supposed to get like +20. Already in the city where I was living, where my parents are right now, it's actually snowing. They got hit with about 3 feet of snow yesterday, and this morning is actually snowing for them. You don't need any special diet if you live inside the woods. Amazing place, sir. No, you don't. You can thrive off only two things: meat and eggs, and that's how I thrive. I'm trying to actually make it more sustainable, self-sustained. It's a little bit tough, but so far, I have enough chickens to do that. It's just trying to expand for better pasture raised. And of course, the beef is a little bit tough to get here, but I'll have to find a way. Maybe start going fishing. I got my kayak out yesterday. I haven't used it for like 3 years. There's some holes in it from the heavy snow load. So once I get a fix, we'll probably start going fishing. Hi Maurice, I watched your recent videos on morning protocol for arterial health. How would I manage this protocol work in a swift shift, switching from days to nights? And that stuff, switching from days to night, I've done it before. I've done it for 4 years, and I regret doing it because it puts a lot of stress on your arterial recovery and your body from actually healing correctly. But the way you have to actually work with it is when you wake up, whether you wake up during the daytime or whether you wake up during the nighttime, because your shift changes so much that the moment you wake up to actually proceed with your work, you gotta keep in mind your cortisol is gonna actually switch, right? So instead of having the cortisol in the morning, now you're gonna have that cortisol spike in the evening because your routine has changed. So same way you wake up in the morning and you do the first 2 minutes of your salt, you do the sunlight, you do the movement, you have to do the same thing even in the evening. So you're gonna be doing that probably every 2 weeks, every time you're switching back and forth from your daytime to your nighttime. And that's how the only way you can actually control your cortisol. Not to scare you or anything, but a lot of people that actually work in a graveyard shift, working in the evening or shifting like that, they increase their heart rate issues by about 50%. The only reason I know that because I've been there and I've done that, and it happened to me, and it happened to 7 other patients of mine. So that cortisol rhythm has to be adjusted, and the only way you can adjust it is not with more caffeine. If it's destimulating the body and actually allowing your arteries to actually stay flexible. So nitric oxide is going to be your best friend, your movement are going to be your best friend, your breathing is going to be your best friend to actually continue saving your body, especially when it comes down to like sheer stress, when you do like wall sits, isometric exercises, planks, calves raises. A lot of these things you actually squeeze and hold. Have just joined the school, working on my way through the amazing information and trying to restore adrenal health. Christine, yes, thank you so much for joining. And if you do come across any questions, keep me updated. You probably noticed there's a lot of posts from the students asking questions, so feel free to ask if something you don't understand, and hopefully you can join our live session every Tuesday as well. And I am starting a new course as well within the school. It's going to be in regards to fitness, and usually once you're there for about 30 days, you'll have access to that fitness section as well too, which is excellent, and is going to give you everything from the biology, how it works, what should be done, everything in specifics. Hey Kim, how are you? I got your emails, and I'm just responding. I still have about 76 emails to go through, and I'll get to yours. It's just I have to go on order, unfortunately. I don't have priorities. There's no priorities, so I have to go on order in the email. So that's why I'm a little bit behind sometimes on responding. But I will respond to everybody that sent me an email. I get anywhere between 50 to sometimes 80 emails daily, and I try to actually, in between my appointments, in between my school, and in between my courses, I try to actually respond to every email as fast as I could. So definitely bear with me, and we'll connect shortly. Walking Dead. Hi Maurice, what is a good brand of nitric oxide? There is only 2 companies out there that actually offer a patent design of nitric oxide, and I do have them on my website. The first one is by Berkeley, but if you use my practitioner code, you do get a specific discount. If you are part of the school, a lot of my students have a specific ongoing discount for life as well too. Can we talk about under eating and carnivore. One of the biggest problem is with under eating is if you don't meet at least 1 or 1.2 grams of protein per 1 pound of body weight, you are going to be under eating. And the way you can actually notice that, you're going to notice you're going to have more adrenal fatigue, not functioning correctly, or not even sleeping very good. Good morning, Maurice. Great to see you here. Have a great week. Hey, Peach Farms, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Thank you. Received your protocol, sticking to it apart from gigging weekends, etc. as explained on reply to your email. Also update the CICD removal. And only one medication I'm on, blood thinners. Sounds good. We'll do that once I go. Hopefully I'll have time to go through the email today, Kim, and hopefully I can respond. The morning protocol is working for me. Resetting the circadian rhythm. I often wake up before my alarm clock. Thanks for that protocol and info, Maurice. No problem, Travis. I'm glad everything is working out. Yes, once everybody start to actually apply the new routine, it's funny how a lot of us were, misinformed with a lot of information, whether it's caffeine, whether cortisol. It's funny that a lot of people out there or influencers, they talk about, a lot of these things, but they never really break it down per individual, where you have a healthy group and you have a sick group. And unfortunately, almost 90% plus more, we actually fall all in that sick group. So we can't really say things, well, if you're a healthy person, this would work for you. That means we're ignoring almost 98% or 90% of the population that are sick. Because everybody is sick. Everybody has some type of issue. Everybody has adrenal fatigue, sleep issue, recovery, so many different things out there, and we never really talk about that. So we're always going to talk about the healthy individual. Well, how many healthy individuals think of them being healthy? They're all being sick. And there's issues that people don't actually recognize. So that's why I kind of break it down, how a human being should actually feel, how we should actually be reacting every single morning, every single day, every single hour. And if you're not optimized, then there's something going on. Hey, is it okay to smoke a massive joint and go for a HIIT training? Smoking a joint is not a bad thing. It is not, there's no chemicals in it. Let's just put it, it is more natural. But the problem is it does slow things down, and doing a HIIT training right after, it might actually hit you pretty hard or might kind of cause certain reactions, but it should be fine because there's no chemicals in it. I don't use my alarm anymore. The morning protocol really works. That's awesome, Paul. Good to hear. Welcome to not using the alarm. I haven't used the alarm for almost 12 years now. So And that's why I came up with a lot of these protocols back and forth, and they work amazing. So you guys continue at it, and in time, life is going to change around you. And I'll teach you everything that you guys need to know. Thank you, Maurice. What time is the school Tuesday group call? It's 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning. 8 a.m. my time, Pacific time. If you are Eastern time, I think it'll be like, 9, 10, about 11 a.m. I believe, if you're Eastern. It will be on the calendar, so the calendar will reflect your zone, your time zone. What if I sort a gram of Coke and do it? Are you the guy that keeps putting funny stuff here? Yes, thank you. I guess you're busy. Blood pressure is still a bit high, but does fluctuate. Or made a mistake about the paperwork I received. I thought it was you, but it was my daughter. No worries, Kim. Blood pressure, just continue working with the protocol. It's early to actually kind of drop things right away, but try to kind of stick with more sheer stress, like wall sits, so we can actually flood the body with a little bit more nitric oxide. I know I'd love to get you some nitric oxide, but they only ship within Canada and USA. Do you think of medical cannabis? So they should be fine. If I take multiple type of drugs and go for 100 laps of sprints, good for you. No, serious. That's not a serious question. I know it's not a serious question. Is it a serious question? Or are you just kind of having too much fun on here? But let's pretend that if it's a serious question. Any type of drugs you do that is actually is natural, I'll just say it's fine. I'll let it go. I'll let it pass by. Shouldn't be an issue. As long as there's no chemicals in it and you're using it wisely, then you should be fine. But if you're abusing it, then I'll have to actually disagree with that. Okay, I think that's fair to say. I wake up 1 hour before my actual wake up time. That's good. That's good. As soon as you wake up and you're happy with that time frame that you woke up, then make sure you get some sunlight in your eyes. You do some like 5 minute movement, 2 minutes of breathing. If you can do like a little bit of shear stress, that's it. You set up your timing. Now your cortisol is gonna start to descend correctly. If you love drinking coffee, just make sure you have your food first before your coffee. So you can actually descend your cortisol correctly. Where's Duke? Duke is gonna get a girlfriend, by the way, guys. There's Duke. He's enjoying the cold sun. I think this guy is on dry right now, not judging. Hey, if it makes him feel happy, Travis, let it be, right? The thing is, I don't want to wake up earlier. What do I do? Well, it's all based on your cortisol. It depends what time you sleep, what time you wake up, right? So it's all based on that. If your body is naturally waking you up, and it's already like say 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, then don't fire it. Work with it. There is no sun in the UK. I know there's no sun. We get no sun here. I haven't had sun for 4 months here, so I have my fake sun lamp. Let me show it to you. And that's what I usually do, because when I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, I have no sun. So this is my sun that I use. It's bright. It's about 10,000 flux. And what happened is I shut my eyes on this for about 5 minutes. Can you drink coffee straight after breakfast or wait a little? I would wait about 30 minutes, because what happened is if you drink coffee right after, some people do it. The downfall is you could actually prevent certain absorption of nutrients such as magnesium, certain vitamin Bs as well too. Dude, that doesn't work. It's not about it gives you the sun. What happened is it just tells your body that it's time to wake up, time to make mitochondria. It doesn't have to be like a bright sun, but it has enough flux to actually wake the system up and tell it to actually start to suppress the cortisol. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that it's gonna give you what the sun gives you for UV light and everything. Thoughts on microdosing psilocybin? Yeah, you can do that. You can start about 150 milligrams, go up to 250, see how you feel. Don't do like I did. I've taken once 3,000 milligrams all at once. I was hallucinating and I felt lost and my heart rate was like beating like crazy. I was given a sample and the guy forgot to tell me that, hey, the whole sample has 3,000 milligrams. It was like one piece of chocolate that big. And it's supposed to cut it into like 8 pieces, and I took the whole thing. And it just hit me so hard that I was seeing colors and vision. I felt lost for almost 6 hours. And the problem is, I took it at night in the evening. It was roughly about 7 p.m. and I stayed up almost till about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, just all over the place. So yeah, start with a small microdosing, 150. Some people do great on 150 or 200. I've done up to like 300 milligrams, and was actually great. It was amazing. So how does that work? What do you do? So how are you talking about the light? All it does is just activates your circadian level in the morning. Yep, getting blitz here again after 2 days break. Oh, it's crazy. Let's go outside, see how the weather is. Yeah, it's coming along nicely actually. It's a little bit warmer now. So yeah, Duke is gonna get we're gonna get him a girlfriend, another German Shepherd. She was offered to me, and she's 3 years old. she's up for adoption. So the company called me and I accepted the adoption. I got approved for it, so I'm gonna get her. I'll probably have her by the second week, I think, of May. She looks exactly like Duke, from what I've seen from the pictures, just smaller. Duke is about 90, 95, 96 pounds. She's gonna be about 40 pounds, so half of his weight, a little bit smaller version of Duke. She's a runner. She actually hits fastest speed is 52 kilometers per hour. So I just don't like the name, and we're gonna change the name. Her name is Cash. I'm gonna change it to something else. I'm from Afghanistan. No, I mean, what do you have to do with the light? Do you have to look into it? Yeah, you just have to kind of just turn around and look into it for about a few minutes. You don't need no more than about 2 to 5 minutes. Bright light. You don't have to be too close on it. Anywhere between 2 to 5 feet away from it is fine, as long as you have it on and you're doing other things, but you constantly have that light shooting in your eyes, and that will actually set your circadian. So it's all based on the time you wake up, right? So let's say you wake up at 4:30 and you like to wake up at 4:30 every day, then make sure that light is on automatic. So this way you can set your circadian, because when you set your circadian, that's when you actually have a really good night's sleep. So like for me, for example, I sleep throughout the night. I don't wake up at night. I used to wake up sometimes to urinate, or sometimes I wake up and don't fall asleep. So once you set up your circadian level, and that happens to me more in the winter than the summer because we have no sun. Here the sun, we wouldn't get it till 7:30 because we are covered by this massive mountain. So the sun comes out in this area at 5 a.m. I don't get it till about 7:30. What's your opinion on kombucha? The Chinese has calling white tea. The Chinese tea, oolong, white tea. I've have oolong. I've taken it for specific testing. I haven't really found much difference in it, but it is quite powerful tea. And it is actually good to prevent oxidization of your LDL. There isn't further studies. And keep in mind, a lot of the Asian histories, they've been using teas and herbs for more than 5,000 plus years. So they have pretty good understanding of a lot of this stuff. And if you can actually consume it instead of consuming coffee, if you enjoy it, go for it, seriously. It works really, really good. I have a feeling you're a Gemini. No, I'm not. I still wake up a few times at night, but I still need to fix my last meal. Timing and evening protocol. Last meal is small, but after work, 9:30 p.m. and going to bed at 11. Yeah, that makes it tough, Travis, because if you want to eat late and if you're not eating enough fat at night to actually maintain your cortisol and your glucose level, that's gonna be tough. Especially 9:30, you don't wanna eat something too heavy, then your body's not gonna be able to actually. It's gonna be running too much energy trying to digest the food and eliminate everything. So it's tough. I wish you can have your meal, let's say by 6 p.m. maybe while you're working, but that's gonna be probably tough too, right? Like I have my last meal at 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m. till 9 o'clock till I sleep, I have like almost like a 7-hour empty stomach. So that's why that timing for me works incredible, and I actually fall asleep all night. If I actually have the meal about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., I tend to wake up probably about 3 to actually go to the washroom, and I go back to sleep. But that's why the 2 p.m. works for me. It's just I don't wake up at night anymore. I go throughout the night. Now, another option you guys can do as a little cheat, you can take 3 grams of, I'm just going to put my socks on, 3 grams of glycine, and maybe 2 grams of, what's the other one called? Myo-inositol. That works really good to calm the brain, calm the nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. And that will actually allow you to sleep all night long. The problem is, if you take that combination, you will wake up a little bit groggy in the morning, but as soon as you wake up, you shoot the light, you do about 20, 30 squats, 20, 30 push-ups, wall push-ups, then pretty much the grogginess effect is gone. Brother, you skipped my comment. What was your comment? Did it show up? I'm going back. You wanna? I don't see it. Maybe it got blocked or something. You wanna put it back up again? And make sure you guys don't forget to have your salt as soon as you wake up. Okay, let's go outside for a minute here. Can't believe I have to still turn on the heat in the morning. Wait, Duke, I was putting my socks on. Let's go for a little walk outside. Let's see how nice it is. France, how are you? Brother, you skipped my comment. Shimrirak, how about you repost that comment? Because I tried to go back to see your comment, I didn't see it. Maybe it got blocked. Oh yeah, there's my kayak. So I took her out, and there's like 4 cracks in it, because I want to take it out fishing. So I bought some parts, I'm waiting for them to come. So what happened is I don't know if you guys can see it, we got heavy snow, so we got cracks here. I cut a pipe and put it through the cracks. I'm gonna get some plastic stuff, heat it up and melt it, like polyethylene, same material as the kayak. So I have 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4 holes in it that I actually have to fix. Once it's all fixed, then we'll take it out on the water. Just when I'm out in the water, there is no signal there, because I'll be up in the mountain. But I'll try to kind of take some videos for you guys. Duke, hey, get out from there. Take the ball. Yeah. Go play. Let's go. How close are you to the local lake of river? What type of fish can you harvest up there? I live, Travis, where I live, there's 7 lakes within anywhere 5 to 15 minute drive. Closest one is about 2 minutes drive from here. That's the one that I'll probably could be going. There's lake trout, rainbow trout, mostly in that lake. There's brown trout as well too. So it's mostly a lot of trout in this area. There's another lake, is much bigger. I have a boat for it, but I haven't really gone up there. That's why I need like at least 2 people to unload it. But in that boat we do get like sockeye salmon and other. They actually come to that lake. So it's a big lake. One of the big lakes is actually, it goes between Canada and the US. It's about 400 kilometers, I think. But yeah, they're all within walking, well, 5-minute driving distance. So I'm pretty straight to them. Great for Duke, you'll enjoy that. Girl name, good with Duke. Duchess, Daisy, Luna, Athena. Your FJ is looking good. Wish mine was that color. Thanks for your patience with trolls. We appreciate you. Hey, no worries. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the new dog. Her name is Cash. So far, we one of the names that we picked was Nova. So far we have that set, but it's gonna take me some time to train her on a new name. What can I call? What color FJ you have? I like the one I have. I bought it and I've had it since 2008. I'm like the second owner. The first owner only had like only about, I think, like 15 or 20,000 kilometers on it, but I've already put close to about 200,000 on it. Let's stand in the sun. Oh yeah, and we're expanding the chicken coop outside. I started doing this yesterday. I'm expanding their little run. So I got all this going. It's about an extra 13 foot. So I'm planting a whole bunch of grass and I'm gonna cover it so they don't actually dig too much. And I'm just gonna attach it. So I burnt all the wood yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. So this way they can have some nice little run. I need to start fishing here in eastern Idaho. There's a lot of reservoirs and they stock every year. I guess that means they are half wild and half farmed, raised low. Yeah, the problem is with a lot of the farmed raised, they're they are all vaccinated sometimes. But what can we do? Everything is vaccinated around us. We can't really complain on little things anymore. But yeah, definitely. I haven't gone fishing for almost 3.5 years since I got a Duke. I stopped going fishing because I wanted to actually look after him and get the fence going and got so almost 3.5 years. I took him with me once. He just loves playing in the water, but it'll be tough because there's a lot of bears around, so I can't really leave him without a leash. I love to train fasted, feel lighter before the first meal, which is around 11 a.m., but you'd advise against that. Does that count for anyone, or can it be okay for healthy people? Well, the problem is, either way, you're already causing some stress on the arteries, right? Because you're not eating in the morning. Even though you're a healthy individual and you don't fall in that sick category, if you've noticed that your nervous system, your cortisol, your energy, everything is actually quite stable. Your sleep, you don't wake up in the middle of the night, none of that stuff. Then I say, hey, your body is stable, that it can actually handle it. But if you've noticed any of these things are off, whether it's a stimulation, whether it's your sleep, whether it's your energy, then I would actually say, okay, maybe I should adjust my habits of training just because I'm not feeling my 100% optimal, right? So it's all based on how you feel. Like, for example, that routine that I shared with everybody, eat before coffee, I don't do it every day. I do it probably maybe 3 times or 5 times out of the week. The other days I might still wake up and have coffee and cause a little bit of stress on the arteries, which is fine. I just want to build the resiliency, right? So sometimes I just want to see how far my body can handle it and how much it can handle. It's not something I do every day. I might maybe do it like once or twice a week. So you have to kind of monitor your body. Monitor your body and see how your system adapts. But if you actually do it and you still struggle with your sleep, then I would say, hey, it's time to kind of question that again. FJ is 2011, nice. Tan and white, that's a nice color. Never get stuck in snow or mud, love it. 100%, 100%. They're amazing for off-roading. I did have mud tires on, but I had to take them out. They were too noisy on the highway. And I ended up getting like full terrain. Then I went and got full winter tires because here I need them. I just don't make it up that hill behind me in the winter time. It gets like really, really icy, really icy. And if it gets icy, it's tough for me to come up here unless I put like chains or studs. And I did the mistake not getting studs. Let's see how the chickens are doing. Oh yeah, now by the way, I got 24 chickens now. So that's why I'm trying to kind of expand everything for these guys. So we're gonna have a little expansion there. Hopefully I can finish it today. But I'm not gonna let them out till I actually grow some grass and cover it. Great answer, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Keep me updated. Let me know how it goes as well too, for sure. Duke, do we have to play early morning? We never come out and play that early. That's a lot of chickens. You'll never be wanting for eggs. Awesome. Yeah, so far I only get 6 still. The other chickens won't lay for another, I think, well, 8 of them won't lay for another 4 weeks, and 6 of them will probably start laying in about maybe a week or 2. They just need to get used to the new chicken coop and everything, and I think they'll do good. But yeah, the whole idea is to kind of be self-sustained and because I am getting a new dog. The new dog that I'm getting, the adoption, well, I'm adopting a new dog. Um, they actually only feed him kibbles, and she was mistreated quite a bit. So she's gonna be on a straight egg diet for probably the next year till I actually recover the dog fully. So she'll probably be eating anywhere between maybe, I don't know, 10 eggs a day as well, because I don't really believe in kibbles at all. Can you get rid of plaque? Yeah, you can get rid of soft plaque, yes. And you can actually make your calcification pliable. There's nothing wrong with calcification. People take it the wrong way. Calcification, that means the body's trying to fix itself and it calcifies. It's almost like hydroxyapatite, right? It calcifies your arteries, so it prevents the soft plaque from causing damage. One of the big thing is people, when they have calcification, they get scared. Well, it's not about being scared from calcification, it's being scared of having soft plaque. Because soft plaque can kind of break anytime and cause a heart attack anytime. And that's the one you want to actually reverse as soon as possible. But you could never reverse it if your glycocalyx or your ApoB is off the chart. Do you have a view on barf versus prey model raw diet in dogs? Do I have a view? I don't think I've looked into it, but technically all animals should be on a raw food. Like mostly if it comes down to dogs, they should be on a raw diet. But the problem is, keep in mind, because their system got modified by humans, that it will take time to allow proper adjustment. So if that dog has been living on shit kibbles for many years, and I know everybody says, you eat the kibbles, when the time it enters your system, your body will only recognize it as being protein, fat, and carbs, and gets rid of the rest. The body adapts, yes, but it does not adapt correctly, and that's why we end up having diseases for let's say us humans and animals. But you definitely want to switch them from kibbles to like cooked food, from cooked food to fully raw, and it does take time. A raw feed barf is more like keto, and PMR is like hypercarnivore diet. Yeah, hypercarnivore diet is good. But still, you want to make it as optional, because they don't tend to eat a lot of the, when you look at it in the wild, it depends how you adapt the dog. I see a lot of people say, well, hey, you should be feeding the dog carrots and this and that for their gut. That's all misinformation. They never really thrive on that stuff. Maybe just to kind of control hunger, maybe, but not for thriving at all. What do you think of cayenne pepper and beet juice? I know they are vegetables. What do you think they help with blood pressure? Cayenne, it's a hit and miss. It's a highly sprayed crop, unless you can actually grow your own or get it as 100% organic. It's a very highly sprayed crop. Cayenne should only be used as an emergency. Because there was a doctor that wrote a book years ago. He would give his patients anywhere between 100,000 to about 200,000 heat units to prevent a heart attack, because it actually thins out the blood. But taking it daily and stuff, if you have issues with oxalates or joint pain, it will actually cause more damage than anything. If you're not getting at least 90,000 heat units, you're wasting your time and money. When it comes down to beet juice is very high on oxalates and sugar. Even though it does have the nitrate, you need 300 grams of beet juice or the whole beet, 300 grams to give you 500 milligrams of nitrate. If you don't get 500 milligrams of nitrate, you're not going to activate the nitric oxide pathway. And if you don't activate the nitric oxide pathway, you're not going to be able to actually enhance your endothelial function or make it flexible. So you might see a lot of beet powder out there. They're all bullshit, because if they don't mention how much extraction there is, whether it's 20, it has to be at least 20% extraction, then you're just wasting your time and money. Then you need about 300 grams of beet powder to get 500 milligrams of nitrate. That's the only way you can activate the nitric oxide pathway. So it's very, very crucial to look into that. So the one I recommend by the company that I have it patent design, you do get 500 milligrams of extraction of 20% extraction, which gives you a full total of 500 milligrams of nitrate to activate the nitric oxide pathway. I take it twice a day. I take it 2 capsules in the morning, 2 capsules at night. The only reason I take it because I have a genetic called lipoprotein small a, and that genetic uncouples nitric oxide production in the body. So we end up aging at a very young age. So we need to prevent that. How come it's easier to lose fat by eating more fat, even too much fat? Huh? And if you overload on fat, how much will typically get stored despite very low insulin? There's no universal fix. It's all based on energy. Fat is energy. That's what you gotta think about it. It's the same thing as glucose. Glucose is energy. You feed towards what the body requires. You feed towards what your body requires. If you require 100 grams a day, you keep it 100 grams. If you require 200 grams, you give it 200 grams. But if you don't require 200 and you're eating 200 grams every single day, the rest of it is going to be stored as storage, as fat, right? And that's why we tend to see a lot of carnivores right now with high HbA1c, because they're eating more fat than what the body requires. Same here, remove the loud tires. Yeah, 100%, especially when you're driving on the highway. Like, I wouldn't mind having, to be honest with you, I don't mind having the FJ Cruiser for like off-grid and have like a small car, for example, or another maybe vehicle to drive on the highway, because that's the only reason when I had the tires on, the mud tires, it's like, damn, I wish I would have changed them. But imagine every time you're going to the city, driving 6 hours or 5 hours, and you're constantly changing the tires, it's not a nice thing. So if anything, I would love to get another FJ Cruiser. Have one on the land here for the mud and everything, and to go fishing in places, and I have one with like normal tires so I can drive on the highway. Then it would be perfect. Hey Duke, should we feed the chicken so we can get the eggs? Or is it too early? I can't even talk. I actually cut my tongue by mistake the other day. My tip of my tongue got cut. And when you talk and it touches my tooth, it actually hurts. Because it hasn't freaking healed. But yeah, when I went to the city to visit my parents in the winter, in December, I was gonna I have to go back probably sometimes in May to pick up some more meat. And there was one guy who was selling his FJ Cruiser, but he was asking a bit too much. If he wasn't asking too much, I would have bought it and actually maybe kept it here on the land, and actually kept one for off-grid and one for here for the drive. Wait, Duke, let me reduce this. It's way too hot. Yeah. The wood stove is still going, eh? Wow. I was gonna cook some tongue, and I forgot to take one out yesterday. Because usually I do that every Sunday. What country do you think has the best resources for someone on carnivore? Ooh, that's a good one. There was one person, I think, on TikTok or Instagram, he was showing like he was traveling and showing like different cuts of meats. And I think one of the place was either in Spain or somewhere. And he was showing like this amazing piece of steak, and the fat was like yellow. Like no white at all, yellowish. So that's like real grass-fed, grass-finished. Anywhere else you go, Canada, USA, anybody that's actually selling you meat that is actually whitish color, It's not going to be grass-fed, grass-finished. But sometimes, the place we live, we have to kind of adapt to it. So if, like say for example, when I get the meat and I know it's not 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, because I know it's not, I would actually trim the fat, and I would use, I would special order like a grass-fed, grass-finished suet, or I would only eat the fat from the bone marrow. I wouldn't eat the fat trimming because it could contain high levels of omega-6. But you can thrive anywhere on carnivore. The problem is, like I live here in Canada, and it's very, very tough because all I have access to is meat. And well, the meat that I have to always get it from a butcher, unless I have my own cows or own steer to butcher, or lamb. But it's tough. It's tough. I think you can do it anywhere. I love hunting. I'd love to go hunting and actually catch different type of animals, but we're very limited per season here. So it's not, they don't make it as simple anymore. So I know there is some countries out there you can actually probably travel and live free with nobody actually looking, you're constantly looking behind your back. But it's tough. And any places, if we had a lot of access to rabbits here or different animals, would be great. Why are you using supplements? Carnivore diet should have everything we need. No, yes and no, because keep in mind, if a person is using supplement, it's not a bad thing, because their previous diet, their previous history, we end up causing certain damages. We end up causing whether LDL receptors are not working, or we end up causing certain chronic damage that it's very tough for the mineral to actually rebalance itself on its own. And the problem is our food source does not contain the same status that it used to 100 or 200 or 300 years ago. So if right now somebody tells you, hey, if you eat a piece of meat, you're gonna get 1,000 milligrams of vitamin B12. Well, that testing was done back in the early 1940s, and it was actually still deficient. So imagine now. So a lot of the stuff is deficient, and these vitamins are gonna actually fulfill missing gaps. Technically, you don't need any vitamins and minerals being on a carnivore diet if you can get some good source. But a lot of us that actually fell sick 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what we ate we thought was healthy, we're actually stripping a lot of mineralization from our system. But keep in mind, we are constantly being controlled, environmental. So that environment effect on your body, whether it's more toxins, more heavy metals, more aluminums, all that stuff is actually causing certain vitamins in our bodies to actually overstimulate and overwork. For example, one of the biggest one is going to be taurine, glycine, magnesium. These have to be your foundation, because these will actually prevent external environmental issues from causing harm to your system. So yeah, you can go on a carnivore and not use supplement, but it depends on the area you live, and it depends where your source is coming from. So it's not whether, and I think there's a lot of misunderstanding out there, because when a person publicly goes up on the stage and they get asked question, hey, do you use supplement on a carnivore? And they say no, that's a big fucking lie, because they're not really telling the truth, and they don't want to tell the truth because they're scared. Such a perfect timing. Just got some of my labs result back. A1C trending higher to 6.8 now. Fasting insulin 2 and C-peptide 0.72. 348 LDL, triglyceride, HDL. Waiting for ApoB and LP. Yeah, once you get them, let me know. And we can adjust. It's just your A1C is trending a little bit on the high side. That's usually a cortisol issue. Same here. Wood stove is on Quebec, Canada. It is cold, France. It's not, you'd figure like the sun is out. It should be nice and warm, but it's freaking cold still. I will post in school once I get those results. Sounds good. I'll sell you mine. It comes with a spare set of tires. Sounds good. It depends on the price. Give me a good price. I might consider it. Seriously. I'm asking, certain MDs claim that excessive fat just gets excreted and only 10% gets stored if insulin is low. Yes and no. It's just, like I said, it depends. There's no specific universal fix. There's no specific way of doing it. You have to actually understand your body. You have two people. One people eats 100 grams of fat and feels amazing. One person eats 100 grams of fat and end up having issue with their insulin or having issue with your clearance. So it's all about clearance. It's not how you actually handle it, it's how you clear it. You could actually have a slow receptors, you can have a slow stagnation, you can have a higher cortisol. So everything varies. It doesn't mean, if you get a biomarker or certain things, all these are snapshots, not the real answer. Thoughts on coconut water. Coconut water is not bad. Think of it as an electrolyte. The only downfall about it is it has to be fresh if you have access to it, and just a little bit of sugar. But the sugar in it is so minimal that it's not going to actually cause any harm to the body as long as you're actually using it for electrolyte purposes. What do you think of roast veal meal? Yeah, it should be fine. Veal meal is good. It is quite tender. I think it is quite expensive as well too, but and they're usually only fed milk as the growth phase, so they're gonna be like highly nutrient dense. Makes sense. Thanks. Yep. Opinion on carnivore diet, but with more ocean-based like abalone, oysters, fish. Yeah, the carnivore diet is good. The only thing is eating fish alone, you're not gonna actually thrive as good because it's not nutrient density. So to give you an example, you can have one steak that could be 8 ounces or 10 ounces and feel full, but you can have fish, you have to have about a pound or pound and a half to actually feel satisfied or full. So that's why when it comes down to fish, I like to eat sable fish because it's quite high in fat to actually keep you satiated. But I even thought when I eat like a pound of fish, I always include about 6-7 eggs with it, equivalent to one steak. So yes, you could thrive on it, just not gonna have all the nutrient density as high as ruminant meats. With large nostrils, you can take a lot of oxygen. As a result of your brain works better. Sounds good. Thank you for putting that out there. High carnivore, 69-year-old female here with high cholesterol, etc., and not worried. Only way to eat. 100% it is the way to eat, but it's not whether it's you're worried or not. It's the feeling of it. That's one thing, because you could be feeling sometimes great, but you could be causing some issues, and it's whether you have good clearance or not. So don't misunderstand that, hey, I feel great on carnivore, cholesterol is high. You're looking at the wrong biomarkers. As long as your inflammation, your homocysteine, your HbA1c, fasting glucose, hsCRP, ApoB, all are regulated, then I say, okay, 100% you're thriving. But I can't just say, yes, don't worry about it, you're doing great like any other freaking influencers. I have to look at the big picture, because the big picture could be hidden a lot of valuable information that you're actually ignoring. Hey Maurice, I have a call with you Monday morning. Super excited to get your take. Thanks for your existing. Thank you for existing. You've been a beacon for me since I found you on YouTube. Thank you, and looking forward to our meeting. I appreciate your comment. Thank you, and I hope you're having a good weekend so far. Got it. I enjoy monkfish liver every so often. Monkfish, I haven't had that. I wonder what it tastes like. Monkfish liver. Huh. Yeah, I haven't had the good fish. Like I import the sable fish, but I haven't had like local fish for almost 4 years now, because I haven't been going fishing. So I'm looking forward, once I fix a kayak so I don't sink in, to go fishing and actually hopefully catch some good size. And I'll take my little camera so I can videotape and kind of send you guys some pictures, because there is some nice. I don't know how fast I can move in the kayak, because I did hurt my ribs 3 weeks ago. It's starting to feel better. I've been doing a lot of kettlebell, which is good. So hopefully I can actually use the kayak correctly without kind of doing any more damage. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while. I'm gonna keep Duke here by himself. That's why now getting Duke another dog, getting him a girlfriend actually. So this way they can actually have fun and stuff. She is spayed, but still, at least I'll keep each other company while I go for like 2 hour fishing. I think I deserve it to go at least. I want to enjoy the summer before they actually do some regulations and shut it down. Any thoughts on Ihri? Isolate protein to take. One can't invest so much. Good. I'm 100. You know, one thing I would say. Stay away from anything that is 100% that is heavily processed. To be honest with you, stay away from anything that is processed, even if it is one of the best sources of protein, but one of the best isolate protein that is grass fed or grass finished or all that. I would say stay away from anything that is heavily processed. If you don't feel it now, you'll feel it 10 years ago, 10 years down the road. Because if you're quality over quantity, no matter what, I'd rather you eat couple eggs, and these eggs could be commercial eggs, than to actually eat like a isolated whey protein that is heavily processed by multiple machines and stored in plastic container and leaching out into the whey protein. Seriously. Can't finish a meal without dessert. Another addiction. Yan, come on. as long as your dessert is like a keto or something healthy, I say, okay, hey, let it be. But sometimes we might have to add a little bit more fat to kind of keep satiated. I'm kind of getting into harpoon fishing and diving. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I need to go visit you so we can do that. That'd be wicked. Whey. Yeah, I would stay away from whey, seriously. Guys, you don't need whey. You don't need anything processed. I know a lot of people, they believe they need it. Real food is where it's at. I love sardines. What are your thoughts on sardines and olive oil? Not on olive oil, on water. You add your own olive oil. Carrie, it's better to actually buy the sardines in water, empty the water, and add your own fresh, organic, cold press olive oil, because the olive oil they actually use, could be oxidized, could be damaged, it is damaged, by the way, but in the cooking process, and you don't know what type they're using, whether it's coming from Italy, whether they're using from Spain, whether it's actually coming from Israel or coming from Lebanon or places like that. We don't know the quality of the olive oil, so I'd rather you stick to water and sardines. You empty the freaking water, you add your own fresh organic oil if you really want some. And that's it. That's the safest way to keep it without getting any oxidization. Hard to eat so much food? Come on. Eat based on what your body demands. Seriously. Can you trust creatine powder now? Yes and no. The one I use sometimes is a CreaPure. Comes directly from Germany. It has roughly about 1 part per million for heavy metals compared to the regular creatine. Hi Maurice, was out jogging last summer and felt like I blew something in my chest. No pain, just couldn't breathe or stand. Park attendant got me to the hospital. Spent 3 weeks in there. CT scan show what? CT scan show what? Usually if something like that snapped, or you've heard like you felt you blew something, it's usually issues with the ribs, not with the heart itself. Feel on top of nothing unusual. Yeah, CT scan, it's not gonna show nothing to do with the heart, it's more of the rib issue. Feel on top of eating carnivore 3 years, but lately I've developed a little bit of xanthosoma. Oh, small yellow spots around the eyes. Yeah, I know what that is. What's your advice to get rid of it that naturally? I have one of my patients that actually has that. Welcome to eating a lot of fat. That's the cholesterol deposits. Your clearance freaking sucks. I would highly suggest you either follow sign up to my school or book an appointment, because this is something serious that you're eating too much fat. Your body does not know what to do with it, unfortunately. Your body does not know what to do with it, and it's actually getting deposited in your eyes. You're gonna end up having like a streak of like yellowish and stuff. Nothing unusual, difficult to breathe, and since check your ribs. Seriously, check your ribs, because that's where the things is happening. Whatever you've done, if you're having a hard time breathing, something with the ribs. But if they done a CT scan, then they see like any damages, any cracks, any bruising in the ribs. Because that usually will show on the CT scan. Unless you only done a CT scan just on the heart, but nothing on the ribs itself. Give me a second, guys. I have to empty the water from the pot. It's getting too hot. Damn, I should have put a tongue this morning and forgot to take one out. Just want to empty this water. That's the only way I can clean it. Damn thing is hot. There we go. From Uruguay, land of cows. Cheers to that. Maybe that's where we should be moving to. So have some decent, some good quality food. There is a lot of beautiful. There are a lot of beautiful, countries out there. It's just finding the right one and be able to go check it out and move there would be nice. But sometimes you spend so much money and so much time here that you don't want to walk away from it. Coffee time? I don't know if I want to have coffee. I had one this morning. Usually I have one at 10. Right now it's 9 o'clock, but we can have one now. Why not? Just turned it on. Okay, because I know Cam, you wants to join me as well for coffee. Maybe I'll get some warm as well. So right now I'm growing, we got pumpkin growing. We got squash. We got a lot of things are growing right now here inside before I take them outside. Not for me. I don't eat any of that stuff. For my chicken. I'm trying to actually grow as much as I could for my chicken. And did you guys see my little greenhouse that I built? Just temporary to try it out. I'm gonna build so much for my chicken so this way I can feed them for the summertime. Check out this little hexagon thing that I built. So I'm gonna cover that. Oops. If you guys can see, I'm gonna cover that with some plastic and make it my little greenhouse for the chicken. So this way maybe we can get some squash and other things. And maybe I can get better eggs as well too. Who knows? Let's get more people in here. Let's get some likes. You guys are asking me a lot of questions. I've been giving you a lot of good answers. Concerning xanthelism, okay, how about simply reducing the fat intake? Or what's your immediate advice? That's one thing. You can definitely do that. But what you need to do is go watch a lot of my videos. It's all about intracellular hydration. And it's all about speeding up your clearance. Okay, go watch some of my YouTube videos, and it's gonna explain a lot of that things, how it works, how the clearance works, how the intracellular hydration work from your food, how's your gallbladder releases proper bile. Go look into all that. It's not about just reducing fat. Everything. It's not a one thing. It's everything in order that it has to actually work. Hello everyone. Hello teacher. Regards from Poland. Hey Marek, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Greeting from Canada. Hi Maurice, greenhouse to grow chick foods. Yes, I'm gonna be doing the squash, maybe cucumbers, maybe zucchinis as well. Like 4 or 5 different things just so I can actually store them for my chicken and give them as treats. I know this is gonna take like 2 or 3 months to actually finish the growth phase, but at least I'll have them ready. Maybe I'll freeze them, put them in the container, and give them as treats. So this way I can get some good quality eggs as well. Said I was okay, but I have jogged all my life and now I get out of breath while in conversation. I'm not able to run anymore. Feel like I'm going bonkers, especially with doctors saying no findings. Go get yourself CT angiogram, the colored one, the one that actually checks for, it's called the CCTA. And that one does calcification and soft plaque as well. But get a picture of your ribs, get a picture of your pancreas and your liver. We just want to make sure there's no deposits of oxalate or calcification that is actually causing that. And start doing some breathing exercises at home so you can get some good oxygen flow, because there's something off. There is something off, and it's hard for me to tell without kind of what advising you to kind of get. CAC score was 24. That's pretty low for the C. But I don't care much about the heart, CAC score. So CAC score 24, it tells me that you have soft plaque already. So already we know there is soft plaque, but something got broken. So the only way is there is an AI technology that's actually attached to the CCTA scan. It tells us if there's any, let's say, fibrin that is actually off, that is preventing certain breathing. But I doubt it's something to do with the heart. I think it's more the lungs and the ribs. The pancreas, between the pancreas and the liver, if there's calcification, it could cause that, but that's very rare. Very rare. Have you had your lungs checked? Me? Williams. That's what I mean. Like I would get the scan on the lungs. And if there is anything, then I can put you on high levels of NAC, so we can actually get that clearing. Because the breathing, it is something to do with the lungs issue. But I'm curious if there's like water or there's calcification in there. So if there is, we have to put you on NAC ASAP. But I need a little bit more information, Ian. And don't be afraid to ask a doctor. Like, you're the one who hired these freaking doctors. You hire them for a reason, so they actually check you fully. Because for them to kind of just check you just temporary and walk you away, say, oh, there's nothing going on, there could be something major going on and they're clueless about it. But especially when it comes down to like tightness of breathing. Now, I know sometimes tightness of breathing could be caused by certain medications and others, but I doubt you're taking anything like that. I think it's just something more of... is loose. Because when I had my ribs damaged 3 weeks ago, for almost 4 days, I couldn't take like a full deep breath in. I have to actually do it very, very slow, but take my time. And I couldn't really move. Like I still can't move my right arm as good to throw the ball for the Duke. I have to use my left hand, my left arm. So definitely check, review it. Get another feedback from another doctor. It doesn't matter what it costs, man. Your health is on the line more than money. Yeah, so something is conflicting. Something is off. Check your ribs, check your lungs. But get like a good full scan. Get the blood test, the only one you want to get. Well, we already know. Get your ApoB checked. That's about it. There isn't much we can do with the blood test. It's more of scans right now, more than anything, because something physically happened. It's not something as a snapshot of blood. Almost out of coffee. Oh, you definitely have to. You definitely have to be your own advocate. We can't really just go along by what the doctor is saying, what the doctor says, because a lot of these doctors are just they're not all there. Let's just put it that way. Can't really say much. So sounds like it's not nothing to do with AFib for the breathing. No, check with the chiropractor if something like dislocated ribs. MD probably won't even notice. Yeah, that's true as well too. But I am aiming more towards the ribs more than anything. Something is off alignment or something is off that is going on. Been really fit all my life and they tell me I'm fine, but now I find it difficult moving day to day. Yeah, get it checked ASAP. In the meantime, do you have one of these roll unit where you can actually, or do you have like a soft ball, like a very soft ball? You can actually put it on the ground and you can roll your stomach on it. And what happens is it will actually release any pressure, any nerves misaligned, anything misaligned. I'm at Crossroad here. Been in AFib since Thursday. Greg, is that you, Greg? How come you're in AFib again? No pain in ribs. It doesn't have to be the pain. It doesn't have to be pain. Something is misaligned. It's not going to cause pain sometimes. But seriously, if you have like a soft, good ball about this big, put it on the floor, put your stomach on it and kind of roll. So you release any pressure and stuff from your ribs. But, you know, as Travis said as well, maybe go see a chiropractor just to see, make sure everything is aligned correctly. That's one option. Or you can, because, you know, I would check the lungs as well too. Greg, I'll check your email. I think you sent me an email or WhatsApp. You're AFib again, and you're not. You gotta fix that up. Oh, I think my chickens are laying eggs now. Oh yeah, they're laying eggs right now. We'll go check on them after we enjoy my coffee. And I have to go walk all the way to the end, down to the bottom of the gate, because I have a package there that comes in. So the guy is too lazy to come up here my driveway and come up here and actually give me the package. So he puts it all the way in the bottom. And he came in last night about 8:30. So already dark. I don't feel like walking, so I left it there, the package. I have to go pick it up. Hopefully it's still there. Hello, Maurice. Long time no here, Abdullah. Gotta get back soon. Yeah, where you been hiding? Where you been hiding? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope your father is doing well. I don't feel terrible. Lowered my heart rate with breathing and meditation last night down below 60. Okay, keep going at it. Keep going at it. You know, it's all about staying consistent, Greg, and it's all about staying consistent. But I think other than your breathing, we need to control your cortisol correctly. So I hope you are following my protocol. Eat in early morning, not fasting as much, so you're not causing too much stress on your system. So you get your AFib down, and we can actually get that controlled without any ablation. I will call you soon to update you. Thanks. No problem, Abdullah. I hope everything is okay, and we'll definitely talk. Can do breathing retraining, learning to only nose breathe and tape your mouth at night. Sometimes orthodontitis can reach. Oxygen Advanced website, Patrick McEwen might help. The thing is, there's so many things we can try out there and we can do, and sometimes, you know, we definitely need like a quick, fast answer. But yeah, that is good thing to try. heating up the cup. Yeah, there's a lot of things you need to check, Ian, just to make sure. I know a lot of the breathing, the vitamins, supplementation, L-theanine, calming down the nervous system, relaxing your adrenals, all these things that actually they work good, but if it's something as structural damage or something shifted, you just have to verify it, just to make sure. Could be like a pinched nerve, could be very many things. So sometimes you have to go above and beyond what the doctor says just so you can actually pinpoint the issue. So you are not just jumping from one thing to another, wasting time and effort, and you're not getting any healthier. We'll see. I'm either going to go on Dietary or do another cardioversion. And I need you to check your RBC magnesium, Greg, just to see where we at, your vitamin D. Obviously, electrolytes are being depleted faster than you can actually replenish them. I appreciate your cortisol protocol. I lost my appetite 2 years ago, and fast too long, I think there is an issue. It is. And sometimes, the problem is, when people, when ketogenic start to become popular and carnivore and everybody start doing all these extreme diets and doing fasting 18 hours every single day, 20 hours, OMAD, 2MAD, all that stuff, we end up causing so much stress on our bodies that we forgot to listen to our system again, and we're constantly living in a high stress mode. So I always check things like, how's your morning like? How's your energy and performance during the daytime? Do you get any crashes or hunger? And how's your sleep? If any of these 4 things are off, that means there is something off in your lifestyle. Don't ignore it. Don't say, okay, it'll get better. I'll just have to add a little bit more fat, add a little bit more protein. No, don't ignore it. Because what you do in the morning will predict how your day is gonna go by and how's your night is gonna be tolerated for sleep, whether you're gonna go sleep all night or whether you're gonna be waking up every couple hours or have the urges to actually urinate. So all that stuff is all done by what you do in the first morning, and the morning is the most important. It took me like 5 years doing so much research because I've done everything by the book, everything exactly what the scientific literature says, what influencers do, what carnivores do, everything. And I've been on a carnivore for 11 coming up to 12 years, and I followed everything exactly, strict and everything, and the body kept crashing. So something is off that nobody talks about it. And the morning plays a massive role. That first 15-20 minutes of the window you wake up, it creates how your body is going to actually function all day. Your first meal of the day, everything. And when you start to remove all this variety and you stick to the program, stick to the protocol, everything changes. And I feel it. And that's why I'm sharing that information with you guys, or else I wouldn't bother. And I share a lot of that information for free because money will come and go. As long as you're thankful and you're breaking even and you're happy and you're helping others, money will come by itself. I don't really care for it. I can make $1 a day and feel happy. I can make $100 a day and feel happy. It's not going to advance me. It's not going to actually put me behind. As long as I'm thankful every single morning and I know for a fact I'm helping one life at a time, that's what counts the most. I'm trying to build a relationship with all of you guys. I'm not trying to just go after people's money and that's what a lot of individuals do. They charge such a high price, but they never really fix your issue. I'm trying to actually build a lifelong relationship where I want to make sure that every person that is following my protocol is actually benefiting 110%. This is my secret oil. That's MCT oil. I don't know why the hell I still use that stuff. Look, I took the microwave out because I never use microwave. I don't know what the hell do they put microwaves for. Never used one, and probably I never used one at all in my whole life. I appreciate you, Maurice. I appreciate your cortisol protocol. I lost my appetite 2 years ago. That's awesome. What are your thoughts on an abscess in the gum? Abscess in the gum. With the proper diet and adding organs, do you think it will heal on its own? No, it won't heal by its own because it depends how long the damage has been. You might need like a light therapy for your gum to actually heal, like red light therapy to heal it. I'm doing a lot of research on the gum to actually heal it, and it's taken me some time because I've been doing certain procedures for 2 years, different procedures. I haven't really found one that actually works really well so far, but give me some time. I will give you some answers because of you never use. But yeah, give me. I think that there is way of healing it, but it has to be something to do with red light therapy or something. Maybe send me the question on this video as a comment, and I'll give you some information what I've been trying, and maybe you can try it yourself and see if you find a difference as well. Just give me a second. I have to blend my coffee, guys. So I try to keep the temperature for my coffee about 80 degrees. Then when I blend it, it drops down to like 76. That's like a perfect temperature for your coffee, because the blender that I have, it is a glass blender, and actually it has a heater, so it heats up the coffee while it's doing it. You mentioned cortisol. Interesting. Stay calm, no political debates. Yeah, you know, I always tell this to everybody. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, from politics to environmental health to a lot of issues around us. And sometimes it even gets me stressed out as well too, right? But one of the best things to do is, you know, when the time comes, we'll cross that bridge. That's it. So if you're gonna constantly think about it now, argue about it, you see a lot of posts, puts you in a stressful state, gets you thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I overspending? Am I saving? What the hell am I doing in this life? You want to take all that stuff away from your mind. But when the time comes, be ready to cross that bridge. I find sword training very therapeutic. That's interesting. Maybe I need to get a sword. I can maybe start doing that. I haven't done any training for a while just because of me keep hurting myself. But sword training, that would be awesome actually. All I have is a punch bag, me and Kim. I have my punch bag hooked up on the tree and it's been getting wet from the rain and the snow, and I haven't used it because my ribs, and I don't end up hurting my ribs. So all I've been doing recently is kettlebell. That's it. I appreciate you for the Dickinson. I would have to be in a hospital for 2 days, deciding tomorrow after AI and research today. I would do another cardioversion for now until we figure out. I wouldn't jump into it right away. Sharpen the blade, sharpen the mind. Cheers to that. Setting aside anti-nutrients, lack of certain vitamins, bloating issues, etc. Is plant and legumes like lentils proteins less absorbable than meat protein? They are, yes. Why do we say plant protein is inferior? It's all bullshit. It's marketing. It's all about marketing. The only way you can absorb most, the legumes and stuff, as long as you actually pressure cook it, remove the water, add fresh water again, pressure cook it again. Then now the anti-nutrients, you probably reduce the anti-nutrients by maybe 60-70%. Now your body actually absorbs it better. Like to give you an example, even for chickens, when we feed them split peas and stuff, if you give it to them hard or you give them a flaxseed hard, they don't even digest it and they actually get weak and they get constipated. So that's why a lot of chickens, they end up having an egg stuck, or because their body is in so much contraction. So imagine us a human, what's happening when we eat a lot of that legumes and stuff, right? Yet for the chickens, I have to actually soak them in water 24 hours, which is that's what I do to feed them. So therefore they don't get any anti-nutrient effect and getting too much contraction. And I add a little bit of magnesium to help relax. So same thing with us a human. There's a lot of things we have to do to a lot of these plant-based stuff to consume them. But at the end of the day, we go through so much trouble to actually make it digestible. It's the same thing where you have a lot of vegans, they try to take the banana peels and they take so many other peels of certain things to mimic a burger or to mimic a fries, and just eat the damn thing correctly and without actually trying to actually improve on things. I used to teach sword all my life. It is therapeutic. We should have like a class of online class for. I wish we all kind of live very close in like driving area. Then we can actually invite you guys here on a weekly basis, and we can have like different classes. Whether it's sword or whether certain grounding techniques and a lot of that things. That would be awesome. Hey Dookie. Duke is here with us. Look, he's sitting having some coffee with us. There is Duke. That's his little couch. I wonder if he's gonna share the other half with his new girlfriend. Well, what about the new dog? Probably the new dog is gonna be here. Probably I think second week of May. I got some volunteer people that they're gonna drive and get the dog. The dog is about 16 hours away from me, so she's not close for me to drive. There's no plane that goes there, so I have somebody who's gonna be going there in mid-May to pick her up. Hi Tracy, how are you? Duke is a good boy, yeah, and the new dog, her name is Cash. But I'm gonna change it to Nova. So far, that's the name that we've decided on. But I gotta wait for the people to pick her up, and it's gonna be a long drive. And I hope when they get her, they don't drop her off at night, that I can go and pick her up in the morning. Because if they drop her off at night, then I know that night I won't be able to sleep, because Duke and her will be like whether playing or she's not used to the area, not used to the location, so she'll be all over the place. So I hope I can go pick her up in the morning. Then I can kind of show her around, get to know Duke a little bit better, get to know the chicken. And from day one, I'm gonna actually give her the new name. Don't call her digital currency. Is that what it is? Nova is a digital currency? Well, the old owners, they called her Cash. And let me see if I have a picture of her here on the computer. I'm gonna see if I have a picture I can show you what she looks like. She's gonna be half of Duke's weight. Come on, where's the picture? Let me see. I'm just gonna go to their website, because does allulose raise insulin? No, it doesn't. I cannot believe it does not. Where is the catch except the high price? Yeah, allulose does not raise. That's why it is one of the safest molecule out there. You can take allulose, you can take a glycine, or you can take mayo-inositol. They all have like the sweet flavor. The glycine and the mayo-inositol being amino acids. they don't really cause any spikes either, or break your your fasting as well too. Donation, where's the dogs? I'm just gonna see if I can find her. So the brain can be tricked. Let's see if I can find the dog. I'm gonna show you guys the picture. Let's see if we can get the picture. There's a lot of dogs. They have like almost 400 dogs, these guys. And here, let me show you. Let me see. Let's save image. Let me show you guys her picture. And how come I can't see it? Oh, there we go. So she's gonna be like the big Chevy Nova. A big marketing mistake. Nova means no go in Spanish. Oh, so maybe I shouldn't call her Nova. There she is. That's Duke's girlfriend that we're getting. So her name is Cash. She's about 3 years old. You guys can see her. She looks exactly like him, almost. Just a smaller version of Duke. What do you think, Duke? Well, I don't know. I like Nova so far. I don't know. I'll see. It depends if she's gonna adapt to the new name or not. If not, then I'm just gonna keep her current name. Cash is king. It is. Cash is king. You know, my last when I was living overseas and I had my gym, my fitness, my fitness warehouse and stuff. When I got my first German Shepherd, her name was I gave her a name. It was given to me as a gift from an army, K9. Her name was Sniper. She was a long-hair German Shepherd. Why movement is medicine? The biology of exercise on the school is so informative. Maurice, it is a signal. Thanks. Well, I'm glad you like it. I did spend last night. I wrote lesson 2. I hope you got a chance to read lesson 2. But I got already 7 lessons. I'm just adding some pictures to them. And it is true. You know, when it comes down to fitness, a lot of people think of fitness as image. And that's why you see a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of athletes, you know, they actually put on muscle mass and all they do is they take their freaking shirt off. And that's how they get people. They trick people in their mind. They tell them, hey, you know, if you work out, you're going to have such a body. All they're doing is just pushing supplements, pushing marketing, pushing garbage stuff on a system that does not survive or thrive on any of that garbage. And yet we forget the main history or the main part of, you know, the body, how it works. Because I will teach you guys the biology of exercise, because it's why we meant to move, and there's a reason why we are meant to move, not actually sit idle. Do you have ticks there? We do have a little bit, yes. Here in Switzerland, there is a real issue for dogs and humans in the woods, plus any farms as well. Yeah, we've been all sprayed with that stuff. I try to kind of cut the grass, and I try to kind of, I can't really wear shorts much, and I have to be careful where I take Duke. I have to check him every single day and brush him. And I kind of use some mint, a lot of oregano for the smell, as it kind of maintains the ticks away. But yeah, it is going to be a huge thing this summer. How are you getting on with your copper bracelet? I think you mentioned I have one wearing. I have my ring. I got this. So I got a lot of copper stuff I'm testing. You know, it's too early to tell you how everything is going so far. Do I feel difference? The only thing that I felt a difference is deeper sleep. My REM sleep reached out 2.5 to 3 hours the other day. That's out of nowhere. I didn't do anything different, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, because I wear it all day long, 24/7. I have to go see what Duke is barking at. And I'll show you what I've done. I'm just waiting for more parts to come in. Let me take you guys outside. And once I actually know everything is working, I'll be teaching a lot of that stuff in school. How about the name of the new dog, Trudeau? Are you kidding me? Are you being for real, Greg? That'd be interesting. Thanks for the advice, Maurice. I will try to roll a ball. I wish I could stay in the chat, but I have to demand in dollars. I really enjoy your videos. Even before my episode, I learned a lot from you. Hey, Ian, I'm glad you're part of this, and please do get your reps checked, everything checked, and keep us updated, please. So there's my little hexagon greenhouse. I'm going to be attaching copper to it as a test. This is all for testing purposes. I was actually trying to build this from 8 feet 2x4s, but it was too high for me, and I couldn't actually get them all configured correctly, so I had to cut the 8 foot to 4 foot. And so this is going to be the little greenhouse. I'm going to cover it. We're going to try it out to see how it does. And the copper stuff, still working on it. I'll definitely keep you guys updated how everything goes. No name, the dog. I can't say that names anymore up here because then they'll put a little tag on me, a red tag. And I don't know if you guys can see these. I'm just doing some testing. So these are about 6 feet each. We're testing them around the trees. They are in a wet soil. Can't really show you too much yet here. I gotta go check in the chicken, see if they laid the eggs so I can get them, because that's gonna be my dinner. Give me a second, Duke. There's a new chickens. Do you believe in spaying animals? I don't know. Duke is not neutered or nothing. I don't believe in any of that stuff. But anytime you get a dog from adoption, they automatically get them spayed, which is too bad. We got a lot of chicken. Fermented beets. Fermented beets are okay, but you still have the high sugar, high oxalates in them. Hey guys. Oh, we got one egg on the floor. Why is it on the floor? Hey guys. Hey. Watch out. Why are you sitting on the eggs? Here, take this one too. Let's see how many you got. How many you got? Oh, there's a lot. There's like 6, 7. You're not gonna give them to me? I'm gonna come and get them. So this is a new room that we did for the chicken. I have it all running good. We got the window. We got the water, fresh water for them. There we go. Okay, Duke, I'm coming. Let's go outside. You get the basket. No, you can't. Move from the door. Duke will bite you guys. Move. Let's try to get out. Move, Duke. Duke, move. Shit. Don't stick your head in there. Last time he caught one that I had to actually take it out from. He cut the wing, so I gotta be careful. A farm here in Switzerland is feeding chickens chia seeds, promising high omega-3, the best eggs. However, I get are from a farm letting chickens free range eating worms. I'm trying to actually make a worm what do you call it? Some warm meals for them as well too. It's not simple. I have to make it. I got some chia seeds, but they're freaking expensive here to buy chia seeds and actually ferment them. Nothing is cheap here in Canada. They're very expensive. The door is working fine. It looks like, yeah, the door is holding. It just gets a little bit tight. I over tighten the frame, but it works really good. There is a door from my trailer. When I attached the trailer to the house, I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with the door? Should I toss it away? So I had it on the side, and I'm like, I can put it for my chicken, and it worked out like perfectly, which is nice. But yeah, I would love to feed the chicken some. I got mostly peas and barley and all that stuff. That's why I'm actually making the section for to be a little bit more pasture where they can actually pick on worms and stuff. So I think it's coming along. Hopefully by next week they'll be out there and actually picking. Because other than that, so there's the split peas that I've been fermenting for 3 days for them, so it's easier for them to digest, and it's a little bit high in protein, so I do add flaxseed to it as well too, to get the omega-3s, because we don't get omega-3 from chia seeds, we don't get omega-3s from flaxseed. It's all bullshit. Only the animals can actually absorb and digest it, then they'll actually be part of your egg yolk, that's what we need. Good morning, Maurice. I'm late in joining you today. Looks like a beautiful day at your property. It is a beautiful day. It's been amazing. It was a little bit cold this morning, so I still have my sweater on. I had my wood stove on, Liliani, as well, and but it's starting to get nice actually, which is good to hear. Jim, if you're gonna keep that attitude, I'm gonna kick you out because I don't tolerate anything as such. So make it happen ASAP, please. Thoughts on sauerkraut, kimchi, and sea moss? For what's the usage behind it? For fermentation for us a human? We don't need it. It is good for people who actually have gut issues that actually are following like a standard American diet. But is it gonna really benefit? Not really. If you're following a high meat-based diet, you don't thrive on fibers or anything. Okay, Jim, I'm gonna actually ban you from here, so you either have some respect, or I'm just gonna report you and actually remove you. So, see you later, my friend. So yeah, and CMOS is again, it's just some marketing hype and it's bullshit. Is it gonna do anything? It does have all the mineralization. You know what has all the mineralization? Sea salt. And we know for a fact exactly where it's coming from and how it's done. CMOS is mostly human-made, and it's like another farm item that you're spending high dollars on it. I'm not really into it. Just want to know if there's a truth of the hype. No, there is a lot of stuff is overselling, and there's a lot of profit into it, which is not good. I do put cayenne
on split peas for the chicken as well too, to kind of heat up their body, but at the same time it does actually boost their immune system. I purchased chia seeds because the package says high in omega-3. How can they claim if chia seeds? It's lazy science. You know, companies and manufacturers, they do stuff without actually looking into the science. So there's very, very small amount, minimal amount that actually converts to omega-3. We're talking 0.5%. So imagine so let's say you consume 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Let's say 1 tablespoon of chia seeds has 500 milligrams of omega-3. By the time it converts, only if you have the proper antioxidants and the nutrient conversion, you times that by 0.5%. So you're getting maybe like 5 micrograms of omega-3, while a body requires anywhere between 3 to 4 grams. So imagine how much quantity of chia seeds you have to consume to get the proper conversion. So that's why it is a waste of money and time and effort. And yeah, they'll market that because it's all about money making. It's all about money making. They don't care. They don't care whether you feel it or you don't. In your mind, you think you're taking it, you're feeling good. You're not. You're causing more distress on the body. Hey Sandra, I just got fuel up with your recommendation, ground beef, sea salt, going for a walk to the grocery store now. I look forward to you all next time, my friends. Cheers. And I do add garlic, fermented garlic. I've had these fermented for about 3 years now. So I give about a spoon or so to the chicken. My friends invited me to dinner tonight. I called the restaurant yesterday and they don't serve grass-fed beef. I refused the invite because I won't jeopardize my health for even one meal. Sometimes if the input, all we have is commercial meat, how much of an issue is it gonna cause? It's based on how much fat you absorb. And yeah, you know, making your own grass-fed and the roast slow cooker 100%, then you know, instead of going to the restaurant, and you guys will actually have a nice enjoy time, right? Meat fermentation, high meat. Oh yeah, you can definitely, if you know how to do the meat fermentation, I highly recommend it. I do it once in a while. Just keep in mind that is quite high in histamine. You just have to make sure you have enough mitochondria energy to actually support that histamine conversion. So there's a chicken feed. We got split peas, we got cayenne, we have garlic. I'm gonna add some flaxseed. I forgot to actually soak the flaxseed, but it's fine. Should be okay. So we got quite a bit of stuff for the chicken. And what they cook, seed oils. Yeah, they do cook seed oils. You have to be careful. Unless you tell them, you know, I'm allergic to oil, so please give me the steak not cooked with oils and stuff. But you could never trust any restaurant. I haven't been to any restaurant for almost like 12 years, and the last time I went to a restaurant, I didn't eat nothing. I just drank water, just so I'm there for the company. That's about it. Duty call. See you next week. Sounds good, Travis. See you on Tuesday. Wait, Duke, let me get some flaxseed for the chicken. I got way too many tools. And half of my tools are actually, I got 2 tools that are actually, after I finished building my tiny house. It's funny, it's like DeWalt, they actually configure how far and how much you actually use these tools. The moment I finished it, I've used close to about 10,000 nails. The thing stopped running. Where am I gonna place the phone so I can fill this up? Give me a second, guys, please. I'm trying to place the phone somewhere. Duke, you wanna hold the phone? Can you hold the phone? You can't. Too bad, buddy. I haven't taught you. I work in a restaurant, and since going carnivore, I've heated towards barista, part-time, and landscaping 100%. Did not know that about soaking food for chicken. Oh, you have to. You have to, because of the anti-nutrient effect. And that's why a lot of chicken end up, if you see a lot of videos, people say, you know, the egg got stuck, they're too tense, they're having a hard time. It's all because of the anti-nutrient effect on magnesium loss. So same thing that happens in human, it happens in chickens. So because they're not meant to actually eat, you know, seeds and stuff like that, and that's all we have access to sometimes. So make sure you give them good enough magnesium, or you ferment the food. You soak them. Wait, Duke. That's not for you, bud. That's for the chicken, so we can feed them. So there you go. We got flaxseed. We got everything. Once I'm done building my room, then I can put the gym. You guys see the gym that I have? I haven't used it yet because it's been so cold in here. What about champagne, Maurice? Champagne is very high in sugar. Alcohol. So what happens is when you actually, you know how we have glucose, you have what are the glucose, fat, and alcohol. So when you consume alcohol, it actually that's the first thing your body will use to convert. So it's gonna be just sugar more than anything. Oh, sorry, what was the message before? I can make myself sick with my thoughts, but it doesn't work the other way around. I can heal with my mind. You can heal with your mind. Consistency is key. Never talk negative about yourself or about your body. Always talk positive and always think positive. The only thing is we can get sick very fast, but it takes us a long time to heal because we are all suppressed. Your pineal gland is suppressed. Once your pineal gland is decalcified, then you can actually heal your body much faster. But keep in mind, all the heavy metals, all the aluminums, everything we get attached with, you are being decalcified. Okay? So that's why it takes a long time to actually heal. You have to actually clean your internal body so you can actually heal correctly. I'm actually going to give the new chicken this. But now all the other chickens, they came because I need them to eat. They haven't been eating good. It's expensive. It is. Restaurant food is expensive. Alcohol is expensive, and yet they allow it because they make so much money from it. There we go. The chicken sounds happy. Oh yeah, they're firing. Come here, guys. I want the old ones to stay here with me because they go in there and they eat everything, and they don't give a chance to the new ones. Chicken sounds happy. Oh, there's a lot of chickens, Liliana. We got like 24 now. I think about 20 will start to lay in about 3 weeks altogether. But right now, yeah, we still have few. The one that actually had a scaly feet. Sorry, I'm sneezing from the cayenne. The one that had scaly feet, I was gonna give her away, but I wanted to try something. So I grabbed her the other day and I soaked the feet in MCT oil. They say, you're supposed to put in warm water and coconut water, and it takes about 3 weeks. I got MCT oil, caprylic acid 8, very powerful, and I put it on their feet. Within almost 24 hours, almost about 60% of the scales dropped. And now she's able to walk, she's eating, more active, which is nice. So I'm going to do another session and it'll be good. But yeah, if you guys have chickens and you end up having mites, I have 2 chickens that have mites because they were given to me for free. I didn't even know. And I started using the MCT oil. And 48 hours, already half of it is gone, which is really good. So kind of happy about that. Duke. Where's the ball, Duke? Are we playing? Maurice, a veterinarian too. All in one. Good catch.
Wonderful news about the chickens getting better. It is actually, it is, because I was going to get rid of the 2 chickens because, I'm getting the new chicken, don't want them to actually infect them all. So I tried that method and it's not mentioned anywhere. I did a lot of research, everybody says use coconut or use charcoal and stuff. And I knew caprylic acid was quite powerful because it does have antibacterial, antifungal effect. And as soon as I use it, and what I did is where they lay the eggs, I actually sprayed it all with MCT oil. So every time they actually go inside to lay, their feet will actually get a little bit MCT oil on them. And these 2 chickens, I know exactly where they actually sleep every night. And it worked really well, really well. Zeolite, the best for me, it helped with my autism. I think we'll try DMSA and yeah, it does. Zeolite does work really well as well too because it gets rid of a lot of the heavy metals and it clears the brain. But yeah, if you can use the combination, but it's all about consistency, not just using it once. That's the problem is a lot of individuals, they use something for a month or they use it temporary and that's it. But it's all about consistency. Duke, we're losing the sun. What's the round shaped thing sitting on your grass by your house? What did you build? Looks like a sphere. It is actually. It's a small greenhouse that I'm testing. I'm gonna be putting some zucchinis and squash and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you guys can see it, I'm gonna attach copper to it. Test it out for the chickens. I'm gonna grow a whole bunch of food for them and try it out. But yeah, if you can see it, that's what it is. Chilajit is a waste of money. All it is just mineralization. Keep in mind, guys, when you start to follow a carnivore diet, almost about 90% of a lot of the hyped supplements out there don't work, or sometimes you don't feel it. Yeah, it is very neat. I was actually trying to make it bigger, but I couldn't actually. I needed like 3 people to hold the wood so I can actually screw them together. So I had to cut the wood from being an 8 foot to half size. So this is only like a 4 foot 2x4s. I couldn't put an 8 foot just because I couldn't, because you have to hold one and actually screw the other, and it was very, very tough. So sea salt is better than Shilajit. It is, yeah. Like I said, unless you're following like a regular standard American diet, or you're following like a keto diet, then some of that supplements would work. But if you're following like a carnivore diet, you're getting all the dense nutrients from food. A lot of that stuff does not even work. Salt is king and nothing else. Seriously. So that's why you don't waste a lot of money on supplements. For me is, you guys see I take a lot of supplements, but most of my supplements are actually sponsored or given from companies. I've tried Shilajit, I've tried CMOS, I've tried a lot of different supplementation out there. And some companies, they get disappointed because they're so excited and happy. And yet, and I tell them the bad news, I'm like, I can make a video, but I have to be very honest. I didn't feel nothing. So the hype out there is just marketing money, and they will get the sick person, but they'll never get the healthy person that follows a good diet. What's the weather now for you guys? Spring there? Sorry, missed the beginning. Usually talk about weather. In Calgary, it's they have 2 feet of snow. Here, it's not bad. This morning we had some frost. It was -5. That's why I have the wood stove on. Right now, actually, it's getting a little bit warmer, which is nice. I don't know how it is where you guys are at east, if you have any snow or not, but we got clouds. The sun is not as strong, very, very whitish. So you can't really feel the warmth or nothing yet. And we'll continue having frost. Last year we had frost all the way till 3rd week of May. I don't know how this year is going to be, whether we're going to have it till 3rd week again or not. So we'll see how that goes. So
So see that gray chicken, that was one of them that actually was not walking, was constantly sitting. So now it's actually moving, which is nice. And oh yeah, and this is, we're expanding this section. For a lot of you guys that came, I'm expanding the chicken coop outside so they can play. And I already got the wood burnt. I'll try to finish it today if I could. So I'm gonna grow some grass for them here. Well, they do need the sunlight. They definitely need it. And I gotta fix the chicken coop so there's no rain or water goes in there from the side. So it'll be much nicer for them, much warmer as well, which is good. So far, all the new chickens are staying inside, and all the old chickens, they come out here and play. But they'll eventually start coming out here once they kind of get used to the area. Duke, play. Come here. Yeah, you can dig. You can dig right here. Go for it. There you go. Come here. Dig. Here. Yeah. Living where you do, you must see the beauty of God every single day. 100%. I'm always thankful for it. This is like my little heaven. Me and Duke. Do you think cold air is beneficial if I am acclimated to sleeping with no air on? Natural air, yes. Fake air, cold air, that could actually cause respiratory issues. If that's what you're aiming for. I would never use anything other than being natural. Like here, sometimes we get really hot in the summertime. No matter how hot it is, I would never use anything anything as machinery, bringing air in or anything like that, because all that stuff will cause respiratory issues. Recycled air. Duke, what are you finding? Dig here. I'll give you a bone if you dig here. Go. Right here. Right here. Yeah. I'm West South Ontario. It's pure spring. T-shirt yesterday, today little wind coat. You built all this with ribs injured? Yeah. Yeah, the ribs are ribs. I can't stop. That's the problem. Even thought my ribs hurt and everything. There's things I have to finish because this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to fix my kayak because I haven't used my kayak since I got Duke. So it's been about 3.5 to 4 years, and I really want to go fishing. And the kayak that I have got cracked from the heavy snow, and so I'm trying to fix it. So you guys can see there's a cracks here. I cut a 1-inch hose to put it in the hole so I can actually got a special glue material to melt it and glue it. We got another crack here. We got another crack here. So I'm trying to fix it so I can take it fishing. Ontario is pure spring t-shirt. That's nice. Air purifier, worth a while. Air purifier is different. The HEPA, we need that because that's actually going to prevent a lot of the heavy metals from you breathing. But the damn thing is you're going to keep it on the whole time, right? Instead of having the HEPA filter, it depends where you live. Even eating parsley, that's going to get rid of the aluminum. Oh, Duke went there already. He's looking for his bone. He's like, I dug the hole. Where's the bone? Okay, go get it. You want the bone? Is that why you're sitting there? He knows. He knows if he does something good, he wants his bone. And I promised him. Okay, come. I think we still have some. Duke. Okay, Duke, wait, let me set the phone down. Where I live, it is impossible to live without air conditioning. Temperature reaches 110. Oh, shoot. Duke, I think we have one bag left and I have to order you some. Where's the hammer so we can hammer this out? Wait, back up. Can't give you the whole thing. Hold on. There we go. So we got some turkey bone for Duke. Let's go outside. Go. Go. I'll give it to you outside. Go. 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 Where I live, it would be impossible to live 110. Yeah, you probably do need one then, if that's the case. My friend fell off the roof and punctured his lungs, 2 broken ribs, hamstring pulled, dislocated, shoulder. He missed 2 days of work and back at it crazy. The problem is, sometimes, a lot of us live under high stress. We need to finish things and we have to get it done. We just can't wait for the pain to heal. You ready? Come, Duke, with me. Hey, Putz, now. Good boy. Do you want it? Yeah. Take it. Enjoy it. I was thinking about using one of the old reptile timers to have my air purifier turn on and off every set amount of time. You could do that. Usually, I think a lot of the air conditioner or the air purifier, they have to rotate for about 4 hours at a time to actually circulate the room based on the size of the room. So that's what you have to actually do. So you might want to have it on for 4 hours, have it off for about an hour or two, then recycle it again. No, he's a radio host, playoff hockey. He loves his job. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's tough. Like even these, I have this wood. I'm gonna be moving these lumbers. They're about 300 pounds each. This is 6x6 and 6x8s. This is like raw lumber, and they're pretty heavy. And sometimes, I'll have to lift with my left, but it has to be done. Sometimes you have to finish the job. If you don't finish the job, then, because in the month of May, it's a rainy season. And the weather hasn't been nice for a couple of years. We get like 1-2 sunny days, and the rest is always like this, like a cloudy or cooler or a lot of rain. And if you don't get things done, you can't really work outside. You're almost just sitting on the deck and waiting for a nice weather so you can actually do some more work. Like right now, the sun is so light. We have black clouds. It's probably gonna end up raining again. I did run into a problem yesterday. All I see is a small dog was walking all the way in the bottom. Then he came up here, and if I let Duke out, he would actually eat that dog, seriously. And I start yelling at him to get out of here. It's like a small puppy with a long leash, and I guess my Karen neighbor, that's her new dog. His name is Philip. And she was walking in the bottom. She's not allowed on my land. She was whistling. So finally the dog left. So I went down near me and Duke and I said, hey, keep your dog away from my land, or else it could be a lunch meal for Duke. The problem is, seriously, and I was very, very serious about it, because the problem is when I get my new dog, her name is Cash, she will actually jump this fence at 7 feet, no problem. And she will actually go after that dog and eat him. And and I told her, I'm like, if he comes to my land again and he gets hurt or anything, you can't come back to me and tell me, hey, your dog ate my dog or something. Because there's a reason I have a fence, and I told her there's a reason you should actually have a leash on your dog and don't let him wander in people's land, especially Karen. She feeds them like probably vegetables or something. How to rebuild cartilage in the hip joint. I want to avoid hip replacement. Are you part of my school? I do have a specific program that I talk about, mineralization, and talk about certain exercises so you can actually help your hip get fixed without a surgery. Cash will take care of the current dog. Oh, she will, and it's gonna be tough because the dog came twice yesterday, and if she didn't really listen by actually getting a leash on him, not just letting him wander in people's yard, then
then yes, he's gonna be completely out. So if you are in school, send me a message and I'll give you like a full post, because I did do a post and I do have a full post in there in regards to what the exercises and the supplementation that would actually help, because it does fall in the same category as osteoporosis or bone density and everything. But it's all about staying consistent. If you're just doing it at one time, it's not gonna work. You need to start a sitcom, Maurice, with all those great adventures. I need time. As soon as I'm done a few things, then I'll get it done. See, this room here was supposed to be actually my healing room, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. The healing room right on the ground and everything, but I'll build one next year. This one's gonna be more of a test on the greenhouse to see how it does. Oh wow, we've been here talking for 2 hours, guys. And we had coffee, and in the beginning you guys asked me some really, really good questions. So we did, so a lot of you guys that missed the first half hour or so, definitely watch it, because we got asked some good questions, and I was glad to actually give you guys as much information as I could. I own ApoB and have to deal with some crazy stuff. Apartment buildings, your neighbors mainly bowl you stuff, if you know boldness. Yeah, it's tough. It's not simple, seriously. Like sometimes neighbors, you either have an amazing neighbor or you have like a super bad, picky, eardropping, all that stuff neighbor, which is, you always have to be careful. Sometimes, you find like a beautiful place, but sometimes you have to stay away from your neighbor. Will there be magnets in the healing room? Yes. There'll be copper magnets, specific glass for proper UV coming in. But right now I'm just making this as a greenhouse. Once I'm done my room, then yes, there will be one to actually be used correctly. There'll be certain water, certain moisture level. It'll be all ground. It'll all be like natural wood, not cured wood, because you don't want anything pesticides or sprayed natural wood. The natural wood will be all burnt to prevent moisture damage, as I've done with the chicken wood outside. Try to keep it as natural as possible, so a lot of the lumber gets burnt. Tiny house park with the neighbors, with Maurice and Duke and Karen the dog. I missed the first. I was at mass for my mama, second death anniversary. I'll watch it later after. I wish you a good day for everyone. Cheers. Same to you, Sandra. Good to hear from you. Don't forget to grow pumpkins, because chicken loves pumpkins. I am growing pumpkins, squash, zucchini, cucumbers. Cucumbers are mostly going to be for Duke. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try to grow, see how many I'll grow. Usually I only get like 1 or 2 last year from 20 plants, so hopefully I can get more this year. Have you looked into the medical benefits of bee venom? Yes, I have. And is it true? It is true, yes. If you can get proper access to it, 100%. Sending hugs to everyone who's live. I'm loving Moon today. That's awesome. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for your wishes, and I hope you have an amazing Sunday. And I'm sure everybody thanks you as well too. We'll see you in school on Tuesday in class. You are always in a good mood. That's good to hear. And we need people like that. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get some rain. Duke, we're gonna get some rain. Did you finish the bone already? That was fast. Was it good? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You wanna go for a walk soon? Get the package. The package is all the way at the end. So yeah, the guy is too lazy to come up here and actually drop off the package. So he drops it right in the front. So you have to walk all the way to the bottom, which is I do every day. Pick it up and come back. Right, Duke? You wanna go for a walk and pick it up? You wanna go now? Yeah, come. Let's change. You wanna change? Come.
Let me get my real shoes on instead of the boots. Sit down. Sit. You want to go or you want to stay here? You want to come with me? All the way to the end. Get the package and come back. That's it. Okay, we're not going to be wandering. We're not going to go across. When will this live be posted to YouTube? Automatically. As soon as I end the video, it will be posted automatically. And the biggest hug if for Handsome Duke. Okay, we're going. Wait. I'm talking still. I've been considering buying some bee colonies and raising my own, doing tons of research. If you do, please let me know how it goes, because I would love to actually make one. I was going to actually get some and get it going, but I haven't had time. And the problem is here we get like really, really cold season. So I'm trying to do it indoor, but them having access to outdoor. But if you do get it done, keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. I know I do a lot of hacking, a lot of things I try and I share it with everybody. And sometimes, you know, I want to do so many things, but time sometimes is very, very tough to get a lot of things going at a time. So yeah, if you do, it would be great if you can share it. You know, we can definitely talk about it. It will be amazing. It will be incredible. Guys, I want you guys to all have a good, amazing Sunday. It was always good talking to everybody. We'll definitely see you guys next Sunday, but I'll see everybody in class on Tuesday. In the meantime, you guys keep it, stay healthy. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. And you guys keep me updated. And if you have any questions, please post them on the video itself. Have a good day. God bless. Duke. Same to you, Sandra. You take care of yourself. Have a blessed day, Maurice. See you on Tuesday morning. Sounds good, Liliana. You take care of yourself. Ian, cheers. And thanks so much for being part of this. Keep us updated. Let us know how things are going. In the meantime, you guys have a happy Sunday. Cheers.